Welcome to the Depth Dive. Today, we're looking at a pretty special place in the golf world, Iti Golf Club down in New Zealand.
Oh, definitely special. It's not just hype. Golf Digest has it at number 6 in the world.
Number 6 globally, yeah.
hmm
That's serious praise. So we really want to dig into what makes it stand out.
Absolutely. And, even getting there is part of the whole thing. It's about 90 minutes north of Auckland. And the last bit, well, it switches from regular road to gravel.
Setting the scene already.
Exactly. It kind of builds the anticipation as you go through these different landscapes. Pine forests, then sand,
Mm.
and then you finally see the clubhouse.
And the clubhouse itself, it sounds like it embodies the whole philosophy there.
Yeah.
Understated, lots of detail blending in.
Totally. It's all about fitting into the environment. I mean, think about this, the sand for the sandstone. They actually mined it right there on site.
Wow, really?
Yeah, just to make sure the color was perfect, matched the surroundings. It's that level of meticulousness.
That's incredible dedication. Okay, so let's dive in properly. We're going to explore this hole by hole using insights from Henrik Jensch. He basically said it's, well, hard to describe, just truly perfection.
High praise indeed. Where do we start? Hole 1.
Let's do it. Hole 1.
Yeah.
Jensch mentions it's not super long, but right away, angles are key. It's a slight dogleg left.
That's right. There's this bunch of pines, and where you position your tee shot really matters for the approach. Go left off the tee, you get a better angle.
So push it right and you're blocked.
Pretty much. Or you've got a much tougher, longer shot in because of those pines.
Mm.
It's an early reminder that you need to think your way around here. Power isn't everything.
Okay, good setup. And hole 2, the first par 3, sounds like it can play completely differently day to day.
Oh, absolutely. Different tees. The wind is always a factor off the ocean.
Yeah.
You could be hitting like a wood one day, short iron the next.
And there's a bunker. Where?
Smack bang in the middle of the green. Little pot bunker. Nasty little thing.
Ouch. But you also get the first big view here.
You do. The tee's elevated and bam, there's the Pacific Ocean. Majestic, like Jensch says.
Yeah.
But you got to focus on the shot, right?
Easy to get distracted, I bet. Okay, hole 3. Jensch really liked this one, maybe a favorite.
Yeah, he definitely flagged it. It's got this generous fairway, but it leads to a green tucked into the dunes, a natural punch bowl.
Punch bowl. So it sort of gathers the ball in.
It can, yeah. The pin's often hidden when you approach. And the cool thing is the options you have. High shot, low runner. Jensch even mentions putting from way off the green.
Putting for how far?
Like 50, maybe even 75 yards out. The contours let you do that. It's all about creativity.
Love that. Okay, hole 4. Drivable par 4s. Always tempting, always dangerous.
Exactly. Tara Iti has its share, and this is one. But Jensch warns you, don't just assume it's an easy par or birdie.
What's the catch?
Well, pull it left, and you're in a deep bunker, totally blind to the green. Go short and right, and you've got this awkward uphill shot, also blind. Precision is key, not just smashing it. Gotcha. So the 5th. This one's longer, biggest green on the course.
Yep, one of the longest holes. Landing area off the tee is pretty wide, but then you really need to think about your second and possibly third shots.
And he called it a social corridor. What's
Yeah.
that about?
Huh, yeah. The fairway kind of crosses paths with the third hole around there, so you might see other golfers give a wave, maybe a quick chat. It's a nice touch. Fits the relaxed vibe.
That's cool. Now, the walk from 5 green to 6 tee sounds pretty special.
Jensch says maybe one of the best walks in golf. Huge ocean views, this massive natural sand dune. It's stunning.
But then the hole itself is tough.
Oh, yeah. A demanding par 4. And that elevated green. He admits it's given him trouble. It's that classic links thing. Beautiful but challenging. The view is amazing, but you still have to hit a great shot.
Okay, hole 7. Another drivable one, under 300 yards.
Yeah, and he calls this one brilliant and diabolical. It just begs you to pull out the driver.
There's always a but. A big but? Go right even slightly, and you're slammed up against this near-vertical sand dune. Almost impossible shot. Go too long. Deep, nasty sand trap. High risk, high reward, definitely.
Sounds intense. Then number 8, heading towards the turn. Toughest driving hole, maybe.
Yeah, many think so. And even if you nail the drive, the green is really well protected.
How so?
Bunkers guard the whole right side, and then there's this big, sharp drop off to the left. The safer play is left, but then you've got a really, really tricky chip back up the slope. Par is tough here.
All right, the 9th. Finishing the front 9. Sounds like the green complex is the main story here.
Oh, definitely. It's a long par 4, often uphill, often into the wind. And the green, you really need to trust your caddy.
Why is that? What's tricky about it?
like a big bowl with a backstop. But it slopes in ways you wouldn't expect. Balls landing left tend to feed right, and balls landing right feed left. The caddies know exactly where to land it. Plus, a nasty front bunker to avoid.
Okay, on to the back nine. Hole 10. A monster of a par 3.
That's the description. So long, you might think it's a short par 4. And Jensch says it plays really firm and fast.
So what's the strategy? Fly it all the way.
Probably not. The recommended play is usually short and right, let it feed onto the green. Interestingly, if you miss left into the sand and stuff, it's apparently quite playable from down there.
Good to know. 11. A par 5 sweeping towards the ocean. Sounds beautiful.
Absolutely stunning. You've got islands framing the green in the distance. Very picturesque.
But getting the ball to stay on the green is tough, even with a short iron.
Yeah, it's well guarded. Deep bunker at the front, lots of slope, hard to hold. And again, like on 3, putting from, 75 yards out could be your best bet sometimes.
Fascinating. Hole 12. Blind tee shot.
Yep, over a ridgeline, hit a good one, and you get loads of roll, which helps because it's a long par 4. But the second shot is the real test.
Why is that?
The green's nestled in this dune, and it slopes hard right to left. Landed in the middle, your ball's likely rolling off the left side.
So what do you do?
The smart play, apparently, is to aim for the hillside right of the green and just let gravity do the work, feeding it back towards the hole.
Clever. 13. Another potentially drivable par 4. Highest point on the course.
That's the one. And there's a fairway bunker that's kind of interesting.
How so? Hazard and guide.
Exactly. Find it, and it's a tough shot out, but it also acts as a aiming point. Do you try and carry it or play safe to the right? Gives you options.
Okay, 14. Heroic tee shot. Elevated par 4.
Yeah, you're hitting down towards the fairway. Ideal line is left center.
And the danger.
Go too straight or too long, and there's sand all down the right. Big trouble. And the views here.
Wow.
Hen and Chicks Island's another huge dune. Easy to lose focus. Oh, and watch out for the false front on the green.
False front. Looks like green but isn't.
Exactly. Catches a lot of slightly short shots and sends them rolling back down.
Tricky. 15. Downhill par 3. Beautiful but ruthless.
That's the reputation. Jensch says par here feels like a major win, and apparently it's maybe the most photographed hole on the course.
So camera first, then club.
Pretty much. The green slopes quite a bit from front to back, too, so judging the
Yeah.
distance in flight is crucial. It's memorable, for sure.
16. Tucked between 2 tough par 3s. Needs a good drive.
Yeah, sets up a mid to short iron. But you got to stay sharp.
Why is that?
Front pins can be really tricky, turning easy par into bogey quickly. And you can see the 17th green from there, the famous one. Bit of a distraction, maybe?
Ah, the 17th. Iconic. Sounds like it could make or break a round. Short par 3, tiny green.
Tiny is the word. Elevated, often windy. Jensch talks about hitting a 9-iron, but beating absolute precision.
What happens if you miss?
Deep, deep trouble. These sand dune traps surround it. Getting up and down from there is, well, almost impossible, according to him. Nightmare stuff, potentially.
Yikes. Okay, finally, 18. A par 5 to finish. Reachable.
Yeah, even for average hitters, it's reachable in 2. But the landing area off the tee is tight. Those bunkers are waiting again.
And a bit of pressure watching you finish.
Definitely. The clubhouse looks right over the green complex. So yeah, your mates, maybe some Kiwi members,
Yeah.
they could be watching your final approach. Adds a bit of spice.
Fantastic finish. But beyond the golf, the whole experience sounds amazing. Relaxed vibe, cool accommodation.
Totally. Jensch mentions the raw beauty, the atmosphere, these cozy cottages, and even a converted 1970s Airstream trailer you can stay in, with a chef's kitchen.
An Airstream. That's unique.
Isn't it? Plus organic gardens, a bar made from an old caravan, kayaking, paddleboarding, biking available too.
And the beach.
Miles of it. And he says, often, completely deserted, just you and the ocean. It paints a picture of somewhere truly special, way beyond just golf.
Yeah, it's clearly more than just its ranking. World-class golf, stunning nature, this unique, understated charm.
It really is. And that brings up a thought, doesn't it, for you listening? What is it about a place like Tara-Inikiti that takes something like golf, which has rules and mechanics, and elevates it?
Right, elevates it beyond just hitting the ball.
Yeah, this blend of top-level sport, incredible natural beauty, and that specific sense of place. It feels transformative. So the question is, what other experiences in your life, maybe seemingly ordinary ones, take on that kind of extraordinary quality when they happen in a special setting or atmosphere? Something to think about.